In today's environment, it is important to understand that water can and does keep itself clean if given the opportunity. We've often heard this referred to as the chemistry of water. The fact is that chemistry has nothing to do with it. Have you ever seen an unpolluted mountain stream that needed treatment for scale or corrosion? Neither have I. Clean water in its natural state is a result of purely physical reactions. Water running over ground negative should always be crystal clear. The reason is simple. A basic law of physics states, opposites attract, similarities repel. As you can see, flowing water carries a measurable positive electrical charge. You'll notice that the positive red lead on this ordinary multimeter is immersed in the flowing water, and the negative black lead is buried in the negative earth. The result is a measured positive electrical charge. When that positive lead is placed in a calm standing pool of water, the positive charge disappears and the negative measurement is registered. Let's look at an animated version of that mountain stream. The ground is negative and the flowing water is positive. To realize the physical reactions that take place in water, we first need to examine the physical properties of a water molecule. A water molecule consists of one negative atom of oxygen and two positive atoms of hydrogen, and is commonly referred to as H2O. The positive hydrogen atoms react with everything negative, and the negative oxygen atom reacts with everything positive. This defines water as a dipolar molecule. Water is often called the universal solvent, and what is dissolved in water can corrode and foul equipment and become a source of disease and pollution. These dissolved solids create the need for the treatment of water in almost all water systems. Let's look at what happens when water is harnessed and forced through a pipe. As soon as water enters the pipe, a frictional interface occurs where pipe and water meet. That frictional interface is known as the inner layer, where the positive hydrogen is immediately attracted to the ground negative pipe. As the outer layer passes over the inner layer, the hydrogen bonding is pulled apart, forcing positive hydrogen ions onto the pipe's surface. This action creates a positive charge on the pipe's interior, and it acts as a magnet for all the negative ions in the water. The result is that negative oxygen atoms search for, attach themselves to, and begin to attack the pipe. This causes oxidation, resulting in pitting and corrosion. At the same time, the other negative ions are pulled towards that positive pipe and attach themselves, mostly in the form of calcium carbonate, commonly referred to as scale. And now, the physical reactions that are taking place must be treated by man-made methods, and only now do we begin to need the chemistry of water, a constant balancing act between the chemical additions of acids and alkalins. The challenges with this balancing act are evident in the re-tubed boilers and condensers, and the junkyards filled with equipment no longer able to be retubed. It wasn't until the invention of the patented Bon Aqua system that the perfect balance was achieved. Bon Aquas have negated the need for the balancing act by utilizing the laws of physics and recognizing how to employ a portion of Faraday's law. In order to create a Faraday's generator, a minimum of 10,000 Gauss flux density is required at the point of entry. Anything less would be absorbed by the steel pipe. Each Bon Aqua amplification unit carries a Gauss flux density of 22,447, certified by Midwest Industries, an independent testing lab, and more than enough to create the required penetration of a steel pipe. The Bon Aqua amplification and focus magnetic influence is the core of the Bon Aqua patent. As the flowing water passes through that magnetic field, it ionizes, and a static electrical charge, or an impressed current, is induced into the water. We then reground the pipe negative, and, as a result, create a Faraday's generator, with the water being the armature and the pipe becoming the field coil. As long as the water is flowing, that generator is in operation, taking us back to the same physical environment we found in the mountain stream. As some of the water molecules ionize, one of the hydrogen atoms actually dissociates from the water molecule and searches for the negative pipe, leaving behind a pH-raising hydroxyl ion. When the hydrogen reaches the pipe, it attaches itself and forms a hydronium bond around the interior of the pipe. It literally dissolves the scale back into the water in the form of aragonite, molecule by molecule, the same way scale is formed. Because it removes the scale a molecule at a time, it is impossible to tell how long it will take for total scale removal. Once removal has been accomplished, however, the system will remain scale-free. Bon Aqua's raised the pH level well above the 7 neutral by increasing hydroxyl ion concentration in the water, usually stabilizing between 8 and 9 in a cooling system and between 9 and 11 in a boiler system. In a properly maintained Bon Aqua system, however, it does not matter how high the pH level rises, because scale cannot attach itself to a negative pipe. While the pH level remains above the pH neutral, the negative oxygen is also constantly repelled by the ground negative pipe, negating oxidation or corrosion. The Bon Aqua process has, in fact, cathodically protected the pipe. At present, you're probably treating your system with expensive, toxic chemicals that try to do the same thing that Bon Aquas do automatically, every single time. The major difference is that Bon Aquas do it in a much more sophisticated manner, by using the water's own physical properties to regain and maintain its original pristine properties. Engineers and managers throughout the world appreciate the simplicity and effectiveness of the Bon Aqua technology. Some of the benefits are obvious, but there are other exceptionally noteworthy considerations for choosing the Bon Aqua treatment. 1. Substantial water savings. 2. Significant energy savings. 3. An end to recurring chemical costs due to scale, pitting, or general corrosion. 4. Environmental compliance. 5. A decrease in maintenance and repair. And 6. Increased asset life. Let's discuss how these benefits take place and how you can take advantage of them.